go of me, you band of brutes! You're hurting me, and if you think that I'm going to...
Shut up and come quietly. You wouldn't want anything unfortunate to happen to you, would you?
Aye! Unhand that girl at once. She only plies her trade in the brothel. You want to go, just step inside and pay.
We have no interest in her services. We would merely like to have a little discussion with her without indiscreet ears listening in.
Right, and my name's Octave de Vest. Let go of her and get out of here.
Things are heating up. Let's keep our eyes open. We might learn something.
Listen, we have it from a sure source that this girl is in cahoots with a man that we suspect to be a Thélème spy.
So what? We're in Peren, not Al-Sad. Have you forgotten that the congregation is neutral?
Neutrality does not dictate that we allow a dangerous spy from a foreign nation to operate freely.
One thing is certain, it does dictate that we do not allow you to attack women to satisfy your whims.
At this rate, those Alliance brutes will soon be drawing arms. We'd better do something.
Sirs, if you would indulge me. You really believe that a courtesan knows where you could find a notorious spy? If such a spy actually exists at all, he would be a rather unskillful spy if that were the case. And these girls couldn't care less about what their clients whisper in their ears.
I have to admit, we do hear a lot. Complaints about their wives, the taxes are too high.
It does make one wonder how a savage from Tier could know all that. But you're not completely wrong. This girl doesn't seem to know anything at all. Sirs, we're leaving.
Thank you for intervening. Those maniacs were ready to spill blood in defense of their delirious delusions.
They sent chills up my spine. Thank you.
Is everyone all right?
We are, thanks to you. Thanks for stepping in.
You really fooled them. Like a true diplomat.
I just hope they won't come back. I get the impression they're not the type to give up easily.
And you're right. You're going to have to be very careful for the next few weeks. I'd double the guard if I were you.
What luck. We don't have the manpower for that. Irene, I warned you that hanging around with that man would get you into trouble. Not only could it have cost you your life, but did it even occur to you to think about the others? They could have been hurt as well.
I'm sorry, but who is the man you just spoke about?
Though we greatly appreciate your help, discretion is the cornerstone of our business. All I can tell you is that it's a priest from Thélème with rather unusual manners. The gentleman became enamoured of Irene and came here often, a little too often in my opinion. And of course, his status and his origins drew the attention of those louts from the Alliance who saw him as a spy.
I'm afraid the only way to protect her from those men is to send her somewhere safe, far away from here.
And we have just the solution. The Father Cardinal told me about a delegation that is set to return to home. They will be traveling with armed men who are waiting for them outside the city. All we have to do is take her to them. Once in Thélème with Pius's protection, Irene will be safe.
That sounds like a good idea. She won't be safe here in the long term. What do you think, Irene?
I don't know this Pius very well. But isn't he a sort of priest too? Like the man who brought trouble on this young woman?
Father Cardinal Pius doesn't frequent brothels. He's a good man who only wants to protect his flock.
The priests are his people, not this girl. I think we should find her another refuge.
We could take her to the Constancia. She would be safe there while we find her a new home.
The Father Cardinal will be saddened to learn that you don't trust him.
He asked us to find his priest, not to bring this girl back to him.
That sounds like a good solution. What do you think, Irene?
What a nightmare. I never imagined I'd have to flee the city like this. But I suppose it's the best thing to do. If you promise to get me there safely, then I agree. and once I'm safe, I'll tell you everything I know about my client.
Then that's that. Do you want to leave now?
If you're ready, we'd better leave now. It's not a good idea to hang around here.
I'll go gather a few things and say goodbye to the other girls, and then we can leave.
Don't worry your pretty little head, darling. You'll be safe soon, and your friends will be too.
Very well. We'll escort you out of Peren.
Be careful on the road. Watch out for those Alliance men. They may try to waylay you. And take care of yourself, Irene.
Goodbye. Thank you for escorting me all the way here. Even if I must admit, I'm already homesick.
Now that you are safe, what can you tell us about this priest who was your client?
Jacquemus? A charmer. A gift with words. But I loved him despite all of that. I don't know what he was up to in the city, but I knew that his only mission was not to spread the good word to Peren. He was dipping his toes into dangerous matters. He would brag about it, thinking that made him interesting. Imbecile. But I imagine what interests you is where he might be found currently, no? Once, he told me that if he ever had to disappear, he would go and hide in the hospice in the old boroughs. That is all that I know. I hope you do find him. Could you give him this letter from me when you do?
Consider it done. Safe travels all the way to Thélème.
Thank you. I will write to you when I've settled in.
What's going on here? Leave this man alone.
What's it to you? Think you're some kind of hero? Get out of here, unless you're looking for a beating.
I think my friend made himself perfectly clear. Leave this man alone.
Fausta?
There are 5 of us and we're well armed. Are you sure you want to fight?
They seem to really care about their monk. Fine, we're leaving. Come on lads, let's go. We'll find another monk who doesn't have so many bodyguards.
Are you all right?
Yes, thanks to you. Thank you for stepping in. But your friend... Fausta? Is that you?
Yes, it's me. I'm happy to see you alive and well.
I can't believe it. So you've come back? After your betrayal? How dare you?
I gather you know each other.
Yes. Listen, we just wanted to help you, but it's probably best if we left now.
Right. Like you said. That's probably for the best.
That big building over there, the one with the towers, that's where we've got to go.
Yes, that's it. If we want to avoid dealing with the kind of thugs that seem to be everywhere around here, it's better to take the street on the right, the one that goes under the arch.
Are you sure this street will take us there? It seems to be heading in the opposite direction.
This alley on the left looks like it would take us there more directly, but it feels like a trap.
I see.
Well, how about that? Islanders aren't so common around here. It's a pleasant surprise. Do you feel ill or hurt? Are you lost? What might I do for you?
Might you have crossed paths with a priest of Thélème? We heard he came here.
A priest? None of my visitors made themselves known as such.
A middle-aged man. Most consider him somewhat handsome. Brown hair, receding hairline.
No, that description doesn't ring any bells.
He wouldn't be the man those soldiers from the Alliance are looking for. The ones who were just here.
Men from the Alliance? We really need to find Jacquemus in a hurry.
Yes, he is in great danger. Thank you, Doctor. We'll leave you to your patients.
Goodbye. We wish you well.
Just a small coin for a poor soul, my lords and ladies. If I may, you should watch your step around here. People from the Alliance are beating anyone who crosses their paths. It would seem that they're after someone. Would you have enough to spare for a piece of bread? Hunger's got a nasty bite.
How do you get by here?
Oh, it's not a good neighbourhood, that's for certain. We're all crammed in here together, the poor, sick, and forgotten. Oh, and the riff-raff as well, of course, cutthroats, pickpockets. Do be careful. There's more than one here who'd gladly lighten your purses, and is not afraid to use violence. Well, there's a refuge here. They're good with us, and they give us soup, and they heal us up when we're wounded. It's not the paradise of the enlightened, but it's better than nothing.
I'm going to tell you a story from my people to lighten the load of your worries.
Oh, now, I love stories. If it's a good one, I'll tell it to my friends.
Once, long ago on Tir Fradi, there lived a young hunter. He was not only the best archer of his clan, but the best of the island. He became quite full of pride, and began to behave with the other youth of his village as if he walked on higher ground. One day, while he was about to shoot at a magnificent buck just for the pleasure of hitting his mark and not to feed his clan, he saw a very beautiful woman walk by him. So beautiful that he fell instantly in love. The beauty promised him love under one condition. Since he was so talented, she didn't want him to hunt a deer, but the moon itself. The hunter tried for days and days. He even crafted a new bow. He began to lose sleep and his appetite because all of his attempts failed. Exhausted and weak, he went to the beautiful woman again to admit his failure. She mocked him for his tremendous pride. Then she transformed into a doe and ran off in a few leaps. The hunter of the moon then understood that the person he'd loved was the spirit of the forest. From that day on, he became sensitive to the balance of life and became more generous to other young folk.
That is a beautiful story. Truly. I like it very much.
May Enon Milfrichtimen forgive me. I had forgotten that tale. And you tell it with great talent. You may still have a few roots after all, Ridengar.
I'm gonna have something to tell my friends, that's for sure. But we'll still have nothing to share to eat.
We'll be leaving.
Thank you again for your help.
Good day. I am sorry to bother you, but we are looking for a friend. A priest of Teleme. You wouldn't happen to have seen him, would you?
Believe you me, if I knew a priest, I would already be kneeling beside him in search of some comfort.
I understand that our questions must seem a little out of place, but our friend might be in danger. Any information that you could give us might help us come to his aid and help him avoid the worst.
You seem to care a lot about him. Lucky man. At least he won't die alone. Abandoned by all. There is a man here that uses the magic of the enlightened to heal the sick in the ruins. But I don't know if he is a priest or not. That said, you should hurry if you want to speak with him. A group of Alliance men are also looking for him, and they don't seem to have his best interests at heart.
We need to find him before they do. If they catch him, they'll kill him or worse.
Let's go. Thanks so much for your help. I hope that you get better.
One can always dream.
Jacquemus, are you all right?
Thank you for helping me, but I think they got me. I feel weak.
I know you've seen better days, that's for sure.
Have you come to mock me, Fausta? You always looked down on me.
Don't say such foolish things. We've come to help you.
Oh, what surprising news. But you've come a bit late, I fear. But that's not important. You must find the coffer.
The coffer? What are you talking about?
A coffer containing documents. I stole it from people in the Alliance. I wanted to find out what they were up to.
And did you open it?
No, only the Father Cardinal must open it. And besides, I wouldn't have had the time. I was forced to hide it in a sort of courtyard while they were pursuing me.
We have to find this coffer and take it to the Father Cardinal as fast as possible.
Huh. So, a priest's job is to steal documents from their enemies? I would never have imagined that. But we have to recover those documents, Riedengar. We could learn the Alliance's plans before we become the victims of them, for once.
In your shoes, I wouldn't do that. Find the coffer and give it to Pius. If you open it, he will be very angry. And he never forgets a grudge.
Where exactly did you drop the coffer?
In the northeastern part of the neighborhood. Where it's nearly crumbling into the river.
Thank you. We'll try to find it. Your friend Irene helped us find you. She wrote you this letter.
My darling Irene. A ray of sunshine in my dying days. How is she?
The Alliance went after her. They hoped that capturing her would lure you out of hiding. But don't worry. We've entrusted her to Pius's men.
I hope they treat her well. She doesn't deserve to be a target. I am very grateful that you've helped her. At least I can die in peace.
We'll look for the coffer and send you some help.
It's too late for that. The coffer is all that matters.
Hang in there, Jacquemus. The Enlightened can save you.
Not this time, Fausta. May he keep you all in his divine blessing. And don't forget about the documents.
Jacquemus? He's dead.
Do you think this is the coffer Jacquemus was telling us about?
That looks like it. A pretty little coffer full of powerful secrets. We should open it. That way we'll finally know the extent of what we've been drawn into in spite of ourselves.
Don't do that. The information inside this coffer is extremely sensitive. And I'm certain that the Father Cardinal wouldn't appreciate us returning it to him open.
Take it, Fausta. I'm afraid this coffer is too much of a temptation for me.
Thank you. I understand that it can be frustrating not knowing what's behind this sordid business, but I assure you it's for the best. The Father Cardinal will be grateful, and his help will be useful in light of all that has befallen us.
Halt! Sorry to interrupt you, but you're going to have to give us that coffer. And let me be clear, this is not a request.
There is no way we're giving them this coffer. Jacquemus died to get it.
Either you hand it over to us, or you will be reported to the authorities for theft. I doubt that the Devesp family will appreciate that a savage and their companions have stolen from a diplomatic mission.
But you'd need to still be standing to complain to them.
You asked for this. To arms, my friends!
I believe we have done all that we could in this sordid affair.
You want to continue exploring the place? Or should we return to see Pius?
Let's return to the embassy. I regret to inform you that Giacomus, your priest, died from the wounds the men from the Alliance gave him.
May the Malachor take them. Poor Giacomus. I will miss him. I imagine you discovered he was meant to recover important documents from the Alliance?
Yes. Why did you let us think that Giacomus was a simple priest when you knew that he had embarked upon a perilous mission?
Even though I suspected that Giacomus was in trouble, I never once thought his very life would be in danger. I had suspected it would be enough to simply put you on his trail, without implicating you in the political affairs of Thélème. I wasn't sure which way your feelings bent towards my nation. In my feeble defense, your group is quite varied in origin. One of you even belongs to the Alliance. At the time, I thought it would be better to not tell you too much. But that was a mistake, and I am sorry. The subject is closed. Did you recover the documents Giacomus was seeking?
Yes. Here is the coffer that he stole. We were able to recover it from where he had hidden it.
Thank you. You have rendered me an immense service. Thanks to the contents of the coffer, we should be able to put a halt to the Alliance's intrigues.
My friends have shown themselves capable of great courage and constant loyalty during this mission, despite the fact they were kept in the dark. I hope you will do all that is in your power to help them in exchange.
That goes without saying, Fausta. Your help has proven itself valuable. So in order to prove my gratitude, and to make amends for my guilty silence, I've requested that a fowler join your group with a supply of messenger birds. This will allow you to send and receive messages with the continent without risking the public aviaries.
I must admit that I'm a little surprised. Did Captain Alvida give her permission?
Of course. And believe me, you will soon come to appreciate the freedom offered by these feathered messengers. It goes without saying that I would be delighted to vouch for you, if you still want to meet the two great families of the congregation. You've done me an admirable service. I will not forget it.
Your recommendation would indeed be very helpful.
Consider it done. I will immediately send letters to the de Vesps and the d'Orsays to inform them.
We're looking for a woman. A slave trader named Iqbal.
She bought a number of members of the Black Ul clan, and probably sold them like common goods. We must find her so she can tell us where they are, and so we can free them.
We learned she came to Perrin now and then. Have you ever heard of her?
I've heard that name. She's from the Alliance, isn't she? I'll have a look into it. If you come back tomorrow, I think I may be able to tell you something about her.
Thank you for your help, Father Cardinal. We shall leave, Your Excellency.
May the Enlightened watch over you, my children.
Greetings! You are Father Cardinal Pius's young friends. It's a pleasure to meet you. I see you're from Tearfredi. We really must find time to discuss your island. Please, forgive my prattling. I'm the ambassador of Serene here in the city. You asked to meet me.
That's right, Sir D'Argenton. I was snatched from my island along with one of my friends several months ago and taken to Olima by people from the Alliance.
How appalling. Please know that our nation does not approve of this kind of practice under any circumstances.
I'm glad to hear that. Today we are trying to return home. We have a ship, but as you know, such an expedition is costly.
To say the least. The creation of our trading post, New Serene, cost us a fortune.
We hoped that the D'Orsay family would be able to finance this voyage, and of course the ship could also carry cargo.
I appreciate that, and I want you to know that I sympathize with your situation. However, our ships are already prepared, and we generally try to minimize the number of passengers so as to carry as much merchandise as possible. It would be very difficult for me to convince the prince to sponsor a new expedition to Tearfredi.
Very difficult, but perhaps not impossible. What could we do to make it easier for you?
Well, I hesitate to even entertain this idea, especially as I wouldn't even know where to start. But as you have no doubt learned, the Dorsays are in perpetual competition with the de Vesps. For the moment, our family still governs the congregation, but this situation may not last. The de Vesps are always trying to shift the balance by strengthening their influence with other families and cities. I know they're up to something, but I don't know exactly what. If you were able to help us foil their plans, the prince would owe you a great debt and would be much more inclined to grant your request.
I'm not sure how we could do that. We'll talk to our friend Sybil. Maybe she'll have an idea.
I'll leave you to think about it. Unless there's anything else you'd like to discuss.
We'll leave you to your work.
Thank you. Come back if you need my insights.
Stop right there. This part of the palace is restricted. You can't go any further.
Father Cardinal Pius thinks very highly of us. He must have sent you his recommendation.
Oh? Yes, I think we were told that a group of his protégés wished to speak with a minister. You may enter.
You're the Father Cardinal's new protégés, I gather. I must admit, you're not what I expected. Well, what is your request?
We'd like to speak to the Prince de Vesp.
Like so many others, you must understand that His Majesty is very busy. He cannot see you at the moment. However, I will make sure he is informed of your visit, and I will let you know if he wishes to see you. Now, to ensure that your request is properly registered, can you tell me why you are seeking an audience?
We are planning an expedition to Teofredi, but to finance it we need the support of a nation.
And you're hoping that the prince will finance your little trip home?
I'm sure the journey could have a favorable commercial outcome for Perrin. Our ship can transport a great deal of merchandise.
I understand. I imagine you are aware that the congregation's trading post on Teofredi is run by the Dorsey family. Of course, His Majesty might enjoy competing with his rivals at home, but the investment in such a venture would be substantial. No, really, you would have to have done the family an immense service for him to invest such a sum in you. And I don't really see what you could possibly do for us. However, if you do happen to have something that might interest His Majesty, please come and see me again.
We'll talk about it with our friend Sybil. Since she's part of the family, she might have a suggestion. We shall leave now. It was a pleasure.
Likewise, likewise. Goodbye.
Do you have a minute? There's something I would like to talk to you about.
I'm listening.
Do you remember the missionary we saw in town?
The one who called you a traitor? I was wondering when you'd explain why he shouted at you like that.
He's my brother. And he's very angry with me for things I did in the past. Things that got me banished from Thélème. My family also paid for my actions. My brother more than the rest. When we saw him, I wanted to run away, but I'd like to go back and speak with him. And I'd like you to come with me, if you don't mind. I feel like I'd be brave enough to face him with you by my side. What do you say?
I'm sorry, but now isn't a good time. Maybe later.
I understand. But come back and see me when you're ready. I worry he won't stay in the city for too long. I wish we had saved Jacquemus. He wasn't the best of men, but he didn't deserve to end like that. May the Enlightened hold him in his holy keeping. At least we have won the support of the Father Cardinal, and believe me, that will be useful.
Do you know how we are going to meet that friend you spoke about? Zerrin?
I think so. I sent her a message while we were still in Euxantis to tell her that we had arrived. I said that we would return to Alima, and that we would most assuredly be in need of her help. When we arrived, I went to the port aviary to see if we had received a message. We had indeed. She apparently has some very important matters to reveal to us that merit secrecy. She's asked to meet us in one of the warehouses near the port. A place, she says, is connected to our current matter at hand.
A warehouse? There must be dozens of them in the port. Did she give us any directions?
She said that it's a warehouse found in the Naut confines. A private warehouse, sometimes used by her husband's followers. It should have their coat of arms on the door. A crowned golden eagle holding swords in its talons on a purple field. A tad gaudy, I know.
What was it like living in Olima when you're from Teleme?
It was difficult at first. Everyone was suspicious of me. I wasn't just a foreigner, I was an enemy. But I learned to hide my differences in public, and not to talk about my origins or my beliefs. As for those who already knew, I told them why I was in their country, which reassured them. As an exile, I was seen as less dangerous. But you're right, it wasn't easy. I had to change all my habits, practically change my skin to adapt in order to survive. Sometimes, I even forgot where I came from, who I really was. I became the mask I wore. I imagine you're asking me this because you're wondering how you're going to be able to live on the continent.
I'm just pondering it. I'm not ready to follow the same path as you. I couldn't deny who I am for anything in the world. Despite the hostility of many of those we meet, I won't give up my identity or my origins to please them. Tear Freddy is part of me. I can't abandon it.
I understand. You were taken from your land against your will, while I had to go into exile because I'd made a mistake. I wasn't happy about leaving my country, but I had no one to blame but myself. Unlike you, you could take the easy way out and blend in, but you prefer to hold your head high. That's very brave. Dangerous, perhaps even foolish, but brave. And your love for your land and your culture speaks volumes about you. As much as I love my country, I don't know if I'd be willing to take such a risk.
Ah, good timing. I had a favor I wanted to ask you.
What is it?
Do you remember Rudolph? He asked me to find his mother, if you recall. I spread word that I was looking for her, and she recently sent me a letter. She says she fled to the congregation's lands. She met a farmer there and remarried. However, it seems that she and her husband are having difficulties and have asked me for help. After everything this woman suffered because of me, I owe it to her to go. And I'd like you to come with me. Something about her letter strikes me as odd, and an objective opinion would help me see things more clearly, instead of being blinded by my guilt.
Sadly, I'm too caught up in other things to go with you right now. Do you know where we could locate that infamous slave trader?
I don't associate with that kind of person, as you can imagine, but I may know someone who could help us find her.
I'm listening.
I know a merchant who is involved in smuggling. She might know where to find a slave trader. She does her business in the port of Olima at nightfall. Be prepared to pay. That kind of person never does anything for free.
Thank you, Ludwig. Maybe we'll go find her.
How can I help you?
We weren't able to see the prince, and Sir Darjonton told us that we needed to do something for them if we wanted their support. He said something about helping them counter your family's plans, but that doesn't help us much.
Our diplomats are experts at leaving things unsaid, so you have to figure out what they want through a labyrinth of innuendo. But I happen to have an idea of what we could do to get what we want. You ought to know that my uncle has a twisted desire to assert our family's superiority over the other families. Over the D'Orsay family in particular, of course. His dream is to prove that our family descends from a royal Astrian line. That would allow him to assert the antiquity of our family's nobility over all the others. and it would make us the rightful leaders of the merchant congregation.
I see. Do you think there's any proof of such a lineage?
If there is, it's waiting to be found at the bottom of some ruins. Trust me, my uncle will finance all the voyages you want in exchange for that kind of evidence, and the Dorsays would love to make it disappear. I've heard that my uncle's obsession has soared to new heights ever since he started a new archaeological dig. He's even brought in a specialist from the Alliance. That's how serious he is about this site.
So, are you suggesting that we go and participate in the dig and steal any evidence we can find?
Exactly. Then we could give it to whomever we think is most trustworthy. They'll all be so happy that I'm sure they'll agree to finance our trip.
In that case, let's go to those ruins. Do you know Iqbal, the slave trader who sold some members of the Black Olg clan?
Darling, I don't keep company with people of her ilk. But I must admit that her name is not unfamiliar to me. I think I heard it in my uncle's circle. I'm sad and ashamed about it. But some of Peren's nobles love the idea of owning enslaved people from faraway lands.
Do you think your uncle might know her?
Personally? Certainly not. But I'm absolutely certain he knows of her existence, and he probably keeps an eye on her when she comes to Peren.
Could he help us find her?
Only if she's in Peren right now, which is unlikely. But we probably don't need to go that far to find out more about her. I can think of someone who might be able to help.
Who?
Though I haven't met her myself, I've heard tell of a merchant who specializes in the sale of goods that are not entirely lawful. Her name is Deria, and her business may have led her to hear of a slave trader. She runs her shop on the port of Alima after dark.
Ludwig already suggested I go and find her. But thanks. We'll be sure to go see her. I've never seen anyone fight like you do. You move and strike so quickly with those twin blades. Do you think you could teach me?
Darling, it's all a matter of speed, yes, but also of elegance. You've got to read your opponent's movements, dance with them, and land your blow where they least expect it. I dare say I can show you the basics. You're rather light on your feet, but it takes constant training, and you'll need to persevere if you're to master it. You're coming along nicely, and you pick things up quickly. Keep at it, and we might just make a passable assassin of you yet. And do remember, whatever happens, stay elegant. Always.
I won't forget. Thank you, Sybil. Let's talk about it later.
Always at your service.
My children, it's always a pleasure to see you. What can I do for you?
Did you receive the information we requested about Iqbal?
I did, though she is very skilled at covering her tracks. She frequently travels between the various Alliance cities and Peren. Her clientele is extremely select. She sells her goods, forgive me, but that is the language she uses, at private sales held in the homes of nobles. The most recent one was a few weeks ago. I doubt she'll be returning to Peren anytime soon. However, I did learn she has an associate. They had a falling out recently.
We'd heard about that.
His name is Kadir. He's often in Olima. My source tells me he can be found north of the loading docks. There's a berth there for a small coaster.
He'll know where to find his former business partner. Let's go find him, Riedengar.
If I may, a word of caution. Everything I know about this man tells me he is unreliable. That is why Iqbal parted ways with him. He blew up and became violent, which caused her trouble with a client. I would therefore urge the utmost caution.
Thank you, Father Cardinal. This information will be very useful.
Stop right there. You can't go any further. This excavation site is forbidden to the public.
We are excavation specialists. We've excavated many ancient artifacts at a number of archaeological sites.
Oh yeah? Where?
In the Esquiara region of Toinia in particular. We've come to offer our expertise to the person in charge of the dig.
Did the prince send you?
Actually, we were sent by Sir Duril, his minister.
But watch your step. These old ruins can be dangerous.
Oh, you're finally here. I thought the prince had forgotten about us.
I'm sorry, you are...
You are sent by Prince de Vesp, aren't you? You don't know how badly we need help here.
Yes, the prince sent us, but he didn't give us much information.
The dig we're conducting here is of the utmost importance. These ruins have never been excavated before. Can you believe it? But this is undoubtedly a hugely significant part of the ancient city. The place where the kings were buried. Unfortunately, the area is teeming with all kinds of creatures who care nothing for the historical discoveries we might make. But all that will change soon, thanks to you. Come on, I must introduce you to the rest of the team. This is Flora de Beaumont. I believe she is related to the prince. She is here to supervise the dig.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Although I can't match our friend's level of expertise, I like to think I can claim some knowledge of history. And these excavations are fascinating.
Your help is invaluable, my friend. Invaluable. Just think, she was the one who convinced the prince how important this site is. And she was right. I know that the discoveries we're going to make here will give us a better understanding of the Astrian civilization.
I didn't have to insist much. The prince has always been fascinated by the ruins in the region. And you are?
I'm sorry, my dear. I'm sure all these people are absolutely fascinating and have skills that are very useful to our mission. But there's no time to lose. History awaits us. Well, we think that the tower behind me is the key to entering the Tomb of the Kings.
Or rather, this one and all the other towers like it. You'll have to inspect them all. Be very careful. There are lots of creatures around, and there could also be traps.
In the meantime, we'll be working on the lift and sorting the objects we found so far.
Let's see what we can find.
I imagine you have a thorough understanding of Astrian culture, its mythology.
Well,
I vaguely recall a god of thunder or something like that, but mythology is not really my strong point.
In that case, take this book. I wrote it a few years back. It sums up what we know about this civilization's deities. It might be useful. The Astrians often used references to their gods to activate mechanical devices.
Thank you. We'll start exploring.
Oh, marvelous. Remember to keep us informed if you discover anything interesting. Well, have you discovered anything of note?
Unfortunately, for the time being, our exploration has been blocked by this landslide.
Ah, yes. The site is unfortunately quite unstable in places.
But don't worry, I notified the prince and he promised us that he would send us explosives to clear the way quickly. They should arrive tomorrow morning, I imagine. Unless you have some with you and can clear it all away yourself, which would be a stroke of luck.
We've at least finally managed to get the lift working.
Would you like to come and rest at the camp with us while we wait for the delivery?
We are going to continue exploring a bit. Thank you.
You've really caught the fever of exploration, it seems. Whew, there's no stopping you. We're going to return to the camp while we wait for the eagerly awaited delivery. Be careful.
Is everyone all right?
I think so. I'm all in one piece. What a horrific attack.
Flora can't say the same. Look, the looters killed her before we could stop them.
No. Oh, poor Flora. She was so passionate about our research and so kind. What sort of monster would be willing to kill a young woman while she sleeps? What were they hoping to find? We haven't even made it into the heart of the ruins yet. Oh, the prince is going to be devastated. I hope he won't put a stop to our research.
I hope so too.
And let's hope the explosives arrive tomorrow, as expected. We must make a discovery fast if we want to keep the prince's support. Let's get some rest. I doubt we'll be attacked again tonight. By Aleko's ashes, what's inscribed here is absolutely incredible. It appears to be a record of all the kings who ruled during the last Astrian dynasty. This is a major historical find. And look at this name here, Vespasia. If I'm not mistaken, that is the ancient spelling of De Vesp. This tablet proves beyond doubt that the De Vesp family is descended from one of the ancient kings of Astria. That should make the prince happy.
Indeed. And it would be good to get it somewhere safe as quickly as possible. If it's all right with you, we can take it straight to the prince.
That's an excellent idea. The dig side is far from secure, so it's best to get this discovery somewhere safe as quickly as possible. Poor Flora. At least your death wasn't entirely in vain. Oh, perhaps the prince will be able to forgive us for what happened. I just hope, in the light of such progress, he will continue to give us the support we need to carry on the dig.
We'll go to the palace immediately. Good luck with the dig, Garib.
Thank you. It will probably take me months.
You're back. What do you want this time?
We would like an audience with the prince. We've made a major breakthrough that will be of great interest to him.
Really? What is it?
Oh, you know. It's just a dig he's undertaking to find proof of the antiquity of his ancestry. Nothing really important.
If what you say is true, I'm sure the prince will be delighted to see you. I'll go and inform him of the reason for your visit. His Majesty Prince Alexandre is expecting you.
Thank you. We'll go and see him straight away. Your Grace.
We meet at last. You're the islander whose name is on everyone's lips. You're becoming something of a celebrity in Peren. Especially because you're always surrounded by such a motley band of characters, including my delightful niece. I was dying to meet you in the flesh. I was told you seek our support to finance an expedition to Tir Fredi, unless I'm mistaken.
That's right. We have a ship and a captain, but as you know, the cost of such a journey requires the backing of a nation.
Essentially, you hope I will pay for your trip home after you washed ashore in my city.
As we told your minister, we are certain this arrangement could be profitable for you. The ship can carry a large quantity of goods.
Perhaps, but as I'm sure you've already discovered, the congregation's only trading post on the island is run by the Dorsays. However, we could consider backing you if it brought us something that served our interests directly. And I believe you have news about my investigations in that regard.
That's right. We went to the ruins you are excavating. There we helped the archaeologist Garib, and we managed to reach the tomb of the kings.
At last. I feared this whole venture would not prove fruitful, despite the enthusiasm of the lovely Flora. And what did you find?
This tablet, which, according to Garib's analysis, lists all the kings of the last Astrian dynasty.
Excellent. And what does the list say?
One of the kings was named Vespasia, which would make him a direct ancestor of your family. Here.
Sadly, I can't read the Astrian tongue, but if Garib is sure of this...
He is, without a doubt.
At last! The Dorsays will have to bow to the antiquity of our bloodline, and the other families will put them in their rightful place. How wonderful! I must admit that our little Flora was right. I'm surprised not to see her with you. Where is she?
I am very sorry to tell you that Flora was killed in an attack on our camp by looters.
Is that so? How distressing. Octave will be heartbroken. You're used to this kind of conflict. Couldn't you protect her?
Unfortunately, the bandits shot her before the alarm was raised. There was nothing we could do.
Poor child. I'll make sure that her memory is honored by naming this tablet after her. As for you, my dear friends, I am very pleased to provide you with the financial support of the city of Peren for your journey, in appreciation of the great assistance you have provided through your invaluable discovery and for your prompt delivery of this tablet to me.
Does this mean we're going to be able to go home?
Indubitably, young man. I'll have Sir Daryl arrange for your ship to be loaded with goods that will be snapped up on your island. I'll also ask him to appoint someone to travel with you and arrange for the goods to be traded once you're there. When you're ready to leave, go and find the head of trade. She'll be waiting for you in the Square of the Forgotten Goddess in the city center.
Thank you, Your Grace. If Your Highness permits, we shall leave.
As you will. You may go.
Hello. What can I do for you?
We are looking for a woman, a slave trader named Iqbal.
So she dabbles in the slave trade too. What scum. But if half of what she brags about is true, nothing would surprise me anymore. I can get it for you, anything you want, anything. I guess that even includes slaves. Some people have no morals. But may I ask why you've come to find me? I'm just an honest merchant.
Let's just say there are rumors running about the port. You're said to be a very well-informed woman.
I see. I'm going to have to give at least a few people a real ear-bashing if I understand correctly. I've got nothing against new customers, but I'd just as soon keep my business discreet. I do know where you can find Iqbal. May the Malachor take her. She's my competition. She's doing so well that my coffers are almost empty. If you see what I mean.
To tell you the truth, we're looking for members of a neighboring clan. This woman, who's your competitor by the way, bought and sold them just like merchandise. You can imagine the rage we feel towards her. We'll do anything to find them.
I think I see what you're getting at. And if that vulture could come out of this the worse for wear, I wouldn't be sorry about it. Fine. I'll give you a deal. Just this once.
That goes without saying. Here you go.
Thank you for supporting your local businesswoman. But don't mention me to anyone. And especially don't say that I'm the one who gave you the information. Iqbal owns a house on the north side of the district. I could show you where on your map if you like.
Thank you.
What does the guard want? What's he doing here?
I have no idea.
She's obviously not at home. But I can make out some slender footprints. Probably a woman's. We could follow them.
Thank you for saving me. But I wouldn't have been in this situation if you hadn't pursued me here.
You didn't have to run. All we want to know is what you've done with the Black Ulks. To whom did you sell them?
I don't understand a single word of what you're saying. What is a Black Ulg?
A Black Ulg is a person. A member of an island clan. A Tir Fradian, like the other slaves you sold.
What are you talking about? I never sold slaves. Although I may have promised some. That's it. I promised you slaves.
Let's start from the beginning. We are looking for a slave trader named Iqbal who bought a group of slaves from the prison. Is it you?
My name is Iqbal, but I'm not the one you're looking for. Oh, it's a relief, mind you. In fact, I sell dreams, in a way. People are looking for things. I promise to find them for them, in exchange for a decent amount of money. And adios. They never see me again. I assure you that I have never sold anyone. Besides, I find the slave trade quite immoral.
To think that we did all this for nothing. And in the meantime, the real Iqbal is still out there somewhere.
I'm sorry, Nilan. I really thought she was the right person. We followed the strongest lead we had.
I disagree. We could have done better. You wasted so much time on pointless discussions with people who see us as no more than animals, and who do nothing but lie to us.
Calm down, Nilan. Losing your cool and bickering won't help us find the Black Orcs any faster.
Maybe, but there is no way I'm going to just follow you around while you chat with everyone. Since Iqbal is nowhere to be found, let's find her associate. He's looking for her, just like we are. And he has the advantage of knowing her well.
Fine. If you think it's the right thing to do. Let's get out of here. I need some fresh air. Hello? Are you Kadir?
Maybe. It all depends on why you want to find him.
We are looking for...
We're looking for Iqbal. You used to be her partner, didn't you?
Indeed. But that doesn't tell me what you want from me.
We're looking for her because she bought several of our people. Members of the Black Orc clan, who were taken by force and brought to this island.
We must question her. Only she knows to whom they were sold and where we might find them.
I see. I happen to be looking for her too, as you obviously seem to know. She owes me an explanation after what happened. I considered finding her and ambushing her, because whenever I approach her, she flees. I know where she's going next. She has to go through the Esquiara region and take the road that passes over a bridge just outside the ruins. I'm going to blow up the bridge to block her escape. Then she'll have no other choice but to answer our questions. So, what do you say? Are you in?
You seem to have everything worked out. Why ask us to help you?
She has surrounded herself with guards who will not hesitate to kill me if I come alone. If we come out in force, she'll have to listen to us.
We can't afford to attack her. We must glean information from her.
Rest assured, it's just a matter of intimidating her and sobering up her guards. So, what do you say?
Okay. We're in.
I'm glad you accepted, Ridengar. This ambush is the best lead we've had so far. We're finally going to find out what she did with the Black Orcs. We agree to follow your plan. What should we do?
Come to the rendezvous point with explosives. And for the rest, you can count on me.
We'll find some.
I'm going to set off to prepare our move. Don't be late.
We'll be on time. At last a solid lead. A plan to find this woman. We can save the Black Orcs, Ridengar.
This man does seem to know her well.
I knew from the start that this associate would be the best way to get to her.
I'm sorry, I hate to be the one to sow doubt, but I don't trust this man. I have the impression he just wants to use us, and I'm afraid he's going to play a nasty trick on us.
You're suspicious? Very well, but it's not your people who are being kidnapped, sold, tortured and threatened. We've wasted enough time talking already. Let's find the explosives he needs and go see him.
He's indeed very upset and injured, but I can't quite make out what's wrong at this distance. There, old fellow. Calm down. I don't mean you any harm.
You managed to coax him. These beasts look a bit like an Andrik. You should be able to get closer and find out what hurt him.
Gently. I'm going to approach you now. There. This animal needs a purge potion quickly to remove the poison. Otherwise it will die.
If we don't have any left, we could make one, or buy it from a local alchemist.
Here, big boy. Drink this. It'll do you good. It acted quickly. He already looks better. All we have to do now is find out who he belongs to.
Crocus! You found him! Oh, he's my Elsabel. How is he? He got upset this morning and ran off. I was worried to death.
Your poor animal was bitten by a snake and almost died. Don't worry. We gave him an antidote. He should get better now.
There, Crocus. I'm here now. Thank you so very much for finding and healing him. I really care for this beast. Not only for the services he renders me. Thank you. Here, take this. I hope it will cover your costs for the antidote. We're going back to the farm. How does that sound, Crocus? You need some rest.
Well, that took forever. Do you have the explosives?
We brought everything we need.
Perfect. Plant them on the bridge. We'll blow it up as soon as Iqbal gets here. In the meantime, I have some preparing to do.
It shouldn't take long. What are we supposed to do after that?
Wait. According to my calculations, Iqbal will arrive at nightfall.
There you go. Everything is set.
I've finished my part. All we have to do is hide. Behind these rocks, maybe. So she doesn't see us when she gets here. She should arrive when it gets dark.
Come on, Vridengar. Let's go hide.
You never should have crossed me, Iqbal. I'm not the forgiving type.
No! Traitor! Lawyer! Why? Why did you kill her? She was the only one who could tell us where to find the Black Orcs.
I don't give a damn about your Black Elves and your little investigations. You've been useful so far, but now...
Ha! She's dead. And with her, all my hopes of saving our people. Why did he have to betray us?
Our friends warned you that you ought to be wary of that man. They know the Renoigse better than we do. We should have listened to them.
It's true. I was arrogant. I was so sure I could save our people. I had to save them, you understand? It's all my fault. I constantly put everyone I care about in danger.
You often show impulsiveness, but to say that you're dangerous...
No! You don't understand, Vridengar. Wherever I go, I sow death. That's why I was so intent on saving them.
What are you talking about?
The death of Toflan, of Sheda, our abduction. It's all my fault. I am to blame.
How could you be to blame?
I spoke to Renoigse a few days before the ritual. Yes, I know, but he looked friendly. He smiled and asked questions that I thought were innocent. I trusted him, Vridengar. Me! I trusted him and told him that we were the future Donegada of the village. I was so proud. And like a fool, I told him where the ritual was to take place and that we'd be alone with our master. Everything he needed to know to prepare the ambush we fell into.
You are naive. But you didn't attack us, or throw us into that ship, or kill Sheda. Nor are you responsible for capturing the Black Orcs.
I'm sorry, Vridengar. You must hate me now. But you understand why it's so important that we find the Black Orcs. It's too late to help Sheda, to help Toflan. But we can save them. You understand? I have to save them.
We will save them, Nilan. Come, let's go and search her body. All may not be lost. Look, Nilan. She had documents on her.
Can you read any of it?
The paper is soaked in blood. Some of it is legible, though. I think it's an address in Olima.
I thought all was lost.
I can't read it all, Nilan. There may be a way to recover the damaged part, but as it stands, I can't tell you where it leads. Safia, would you know how to retrieve the information from this paper, despite the bloodstains?
A friend of mine knows all the scholars of Olima. One of them will know how to do it. I'll have it brought to her, and she'll contact us when they've deciphered it.
Thank you, Safia. We really need to find out what this document holds.
Well, are you ready to come with me to see my sister-in-law?
Of course.
Thank you. In her letter, she said her farm was in High Prairie. Let's go. Hello. You must be Mark, Clotilde's husband.
And I assume you're Ludwig, her late husband's brother. I can't tell you how happy I am to meet you and your friends. Unfortunately, we can't really celebrate this occasion as well as we'd like. As you can see, our farm isn't in the best condition.
Indeed. Where is Clotilde?
She's gone to Perenne to try to find a solution. Unfortunately, we're up to our ears in problems. The farm isn't producing enough, the soil is too poor, and we're heavily in debt. I'm afraid we're going to lose what little we have left. That's why I wrote to you.
You wrote to me? I thought the letter was from Clotilde. That explains a lot. I was surprised she asked me for help, considering the way things are between us.
I'm sorry. We heard you were looking for her. She refused to contact you, of course. But given our circumstances, I thought any help would be welcome. So I wrote on her behalf. I hope you'll forgive me.
I understand. My friends and I will do our best to help you.
You say your farm isn't producing enough. What can you tell us about it?
We harvest almost nothing from our fields. The soil isn't good. Or maybe it's the seeds we've been using. We're working ourselves to the bone with no results, especially since the tools we bought are all broken.
We should be able to find you some good seeds that are better suited to this soil. I have an idea of where.
You said you were in debt.
We needed to borrow money to buy seeds and tools. Unfortunately, we chose the wrong person. What seemed like a small amount at first has grown into a huge debt, and the debt collectors won't leave us alone. They're threatening to take my land. If they do, Clotilde and I will have nothing left. After everything she's been through, it would kill her.
We must leave you now, but don't worry. We'll find a solution to your problems.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You can stay as long as you like. You're always welcome here.
Your family seems to be struggling. What can we do to help them?
I have an idea. I have a hiding place nearby where I kept some seeds and tools that could help them get their crops going again. But we should take a look around the farm too. Maybe the soil just isn't right for what they planted, and we may be able to repair the tools.
Can you tell me more about this hiding place?
It's in Perenne, outside the city. I'd been storing these farm supplies there to smuggle them into the south of the Empire.
It's not far, but it's not exactly close either. Maybe we should concentrate on what we can do here first.
It's up to you. I admit I'm not thinking very clearly when it comes to my family.
Let's go to Perenne straight away. These tools are old and well used, but they're still in good working condition.
That's odd. Maybe Mark exaggerated so we would bring him better tools.
Ludwig, I think your brother-in-law lied to us. This letter says all their debts have been paid.
Why would Mark do that? Is he trying to milk us for money?
This feels like a scam. Your brother-in-law owes us an explanation.
Mark, you lied to us. I'd like to know why.
What? I didn't lie to you, I assure you,
We took a look at your tools. They're in fine condition.
I didn't check them myself. Our farmhand told us they were no good. Why would he try to sabotage the farm?
You have no debts. We found a letter from your creditors that said you'd paid off the last of them.
You entered our house without even asking.
You're upset that we went into your house when you lied to us so brazenly.
Forgive me, it's true. I lied. And Clotilde isn't in Peren. She's hiding here in the barn.
Clotilde, come out!
She'll explain everything.
Here I am, Mark. They know everything.
Of course. You took us for complete fools. Why did you lie to us?
Because we didn't have any other choice. All this is your fault.
My fault? How's that?
General Eisenach sent his henchmen. He forced us to help him capture you.
Why did you accept? If you think he's going to spare you when he attacks, you're entirely mistaken.
Your favorite excuse. The General is so cruel that he'd kill us too. It's for that same reason that you let him kill your own brother. All Eisenach would have had to do is hand me the rope and I'd have hung you myself. That's how much I hate you. It doesn't matter if he kills us. At least Rudolph will live. He promised me. They're holding him, you see. I won't lose my son because of you.
Clotilde, I am sorry, but he tricked you. Rudolph is in Yuxantis. We met him. He was looking for you, by the way. That is why I have been searching for you in earnest. But forget that for now. Eisenach is coming, and we need to prepare.
You are right. We can most certainly use this failed trap against him. Are there any things here that we could use to defend the farm?
The assault will likely go through the courtyard. We could set traps at the entry.
That's an idea. There are lots of things in the barn we could use to build them with, if you know how to make them.
We could also place explosives in a few barrels in the courtyard. But we need to hurry. They'll soon be here.
I don't think there's anything else we can do. Now we wait for the General and his men.
I'll be in your debt if everyone gets out of this unscathed. Let them come. General Eisenach, at last we meet face to face.
Finally! I'll make you pay for my son's death, you gibbet-bound wretch!
I will not be hung without a fight.
I expected nothing less from you. Soldiers, attack!
Eisenach! You coward! Come back! We should go after him. That bastard will never leave my family in peace.
No, Ludwig, I don't think now is the time. If we go now, how can we be sure he doesn't have more soldiers waiting to take revenge on your family? Our priority is to make sure they're safe. We'll deal with the General another time.
You're alive!
Yes, but no thanks to you.
You caused us a great deal of pain. And I thought my son in danger. I didn't hesitate an instant choosing between him and you. But you were right. I heard what the General was saying. He would have killed us all. And I suppose it was the same as when he had your brother. I am sorry, Ludwig. I apologize.
If I hadn't killed the General's son, none of this would have happened.
His son was your commanding officer, wasn't he? Why did you kill him?
He was a cold-hearted fool, completely drunk on power, who had already put us through hell on the battlefield. He was always risking our lives, never his own. We meant nothing to him. We had captured enemy soldiers that day. They were poor people, peasants who had been forcibly conscripted, just like us. They were our neighbors. We knew some of them. He ordered us to kill them so we wouldn't have to feed them. Their lives were of no value to him. I refused to obey his order, and so did the others. He threatened to hang us for insubordination. We fought him. He could barely hold a sword. I killed him.
And you were right to do so. I'm sorry, Ludwig. I didn't know what happened. All I knew was that because of that incident, we lost so many of our family members and our home.
I know. How many times have I asked myself if I could have done things differently?
But we can't turn back time. At least Rudolph is alive. He wants to see you again. We could take you to Yuxantis if you'd like.
I'd be delighted to.
My ship can easily take 2 more passengers.
That's all I could ever want. But Mark, that means leaving the farm behind.
After everything that's just happened here, I think it's best to get away for a while. Let's go to Euxantis.
Rudolph, you got my message?
Mom! My darling, I thought I'd lost you. I never imagined it would be your uncle who would bring us together at last.
Hello.
This is Mark, my new husband. He helped me so much after we fled the village. I hope you'll get along well.
Come on. Let's leave them to celebrate their happy reunion. Thank you. Thank you all for helping me save them and bring them back together.